Does GPA matter with a high LSAT score for JADE admission? If you are considering applying to law school, you might be wondering how your undergraduate grade, point average, and law school admission test score will affect your chances of admission. Let's break this down to give you a clear picture. In the world of law school admissions, both your undergraduate grade, point average, and your law school admission test score are key factors that admissions committees look at. However, they do not weigh equally. The law school admission test is designed to measure skills that are essential for success in law school, such as reading comprehension, logical reasoning, and analytical thinking. It is known to be the best standardized predictor of how well you will perform in your first year of law school and throughout your legal education. Your undergraduate grade, point average, reflects your academic performance over a longer period and across various subjects. While it is important, it is often seen as a less reliable predictor of law school success compared to the law school admission test. This is because your undergraduate coursework can vary greatly in difficulty and relevance to law studies, while the law school admission test focuses specifically on skills that are directly applicable to legal education. Now, let's talk about how these two elements interact. A high law school admission test score can significantly boost your chances of getting into law school, even if your undergraduate grade, point average, is lower than average. It can help alleviate concerns about your academic preparedness that a lower grade, point average might raise. On the flip side, having a high grade, point average but a low law school admission test score may lead to doubts about your critical thinking and reasoning abilities, which are vital for law school. Most law schools will consider both your law school admission test score and your undergraduate grade, point average, when making admission decisions. They often create a composite score to evaluate applicants more objectively. Many schools place a heavier emphasis on the law school admission test because it is a more consistent measure of your readiness for the challenges of legal education. It is also worth noting that the rigor of your undergraduate coursework matters. Admissions committees will look at the types of classes you took and how challenging they were, alongside your grade, point average. For applicants, if you have a high law school admission test score, it can help compensate for a less competitive grade, point average, making your application stronger. Therefore, if your grade, point average is not as strong as you would like, focusing on maximizing your law school admission test score is a smart strategy. Ideally, a balanced profile with both a strong grade, point average and a high law school admission test score is the best scenario. However, a high law school admission test score is often the more influential factor in admissions decisions. In summary, while your undergraduate grade, point average does matter in the context of applying to Juris doctor programs, a high law school admission test score generally carries more weight and can offset a lower grade, point average. Law schools use both measures to evaluate candidates, but the law school admission test is typically prioritized due to its reliability in predicting academic success in law school.